Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's Major League Baseball, NFL preseason, Wnba, Little League World Series games, and look ahead to everything that is going on tonight in the respective sports that played. I'll do my NFL offensive tackle rankings, go over the latest news and notes, and my best bet of the day. We're going to start in Major League Baseball like we do every day this summer. We will go over the results from yesterday, and we will look ahead to what's to come for today. Red Sox over the Rangers 8-4 in 11 innings on a walk-off grand slam by Travis Shaw. Red Sox 71-55, Texas 43-81. Garrett Whitlock the win, and Dennis Santana the loss. Pirates over the Diamondbacks 6-5. Pittsburgh is 45-80. Arizona 42-84. Getting the win was Anthony Banda. The loss, Noe Ramirez. And getting the save was David Bendar. Blue Jays over the White Sox 2-1. The Blue Jays are 65-58. Chicago 72-54. Tim Mesa the win. Craig Kimbrell the loss. And Jordan Romano the save. Yankees over the Braves 5-1. They'll win their 10th straight game. Yankees 73-52. Atlanta 68-57. Jordan Montgomery the win. Huascar Yanoa the loss. Cubs over the Rockies 6-4 on a walk-off home run by Rafael Ortega. Cubs are 55-72. Colorado 57-68. Getting the win was Manuel Rodriguez, and the loss Daniel Bard. Royals over the Astros 7-1, so best bet was a loser. KC 56-68. Houston 73-52. Daniel Lynch to win. Zach Greinke to loss. I just realized something. The Astros and the Yankees now have the same record. I don't think anybody would have guessed that a month ago. On the July 24th podcast. Oh, wait, there wasn't a July 24th podcast. If you asked me on the July 23rd podcast, if the Yankees and the Astros would have identical records, if you told me that, I would have said no way. But here we are. The Astros have fallen a little bit, and the Yankees are playing their best ball of the year. And the Mariners over the A's 5-3. Seattle 68-58. Oakland 70-56. Getting the win was Anthony Mizowitz, lost Lou Trevino, and Paul Sewald the save. Scott Servais has to be up there for Manager of the Year, by the way, in the American League. All right, we're going to look at this today. Speaking of the Mariners, they're playing at 3:30 in Oakland against the Athletics. It's Chris Flexen and Cole Irvin. Both of these guys are having fabulous years. The favorite in this game is Oakland at -152. The dog is the Mariners at +128. The total's 8.5 overs, -114. Unders -106. Seattle +1.5 is -156. Oakland -1.5 is +130. The better pitcher this year has been Cole Irvin, despite the win-loss record. I'm going to go under 8.5 -106 for my play here tonight. 7 o'clock, Angels-Orioles. Dylan Bundy and Spencer Watkins. Angels -132. Baltimore +112. Over under 10.5 -110 each way. Angels -1.5 is +105. Orioles +1.5 is -126. So it's Dylan Bundy's return to Baltimore. But for this game, I'm going to go over 10.5 -110. D-backs Pirates. Madison Bumgarner and JT Brubaker. Arizona's -124. Pittsburgh's +106. Over under 8.5. Overs -115. Unders -105. Arizona -1.5 is +134. Pittsburgh +1.5 is -162. Madison Bumgarner's actually pitched very well this year at times. His ERA, with a good start here, is going to go under 4. I'm going to go under 8.5 -105. I think this could be a 5-3 D-backs win. Rays Phillies. Drew Rasmussen and Ranger Suarez. Tampa Bay minus 122. Phillies plus 104. Over under 9. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Rays minus 1.5 is plus 140. Phillies plus 1.5 is minus 170. Ranger Suarez has been really good. I'm taking the Phillies as the home dog here. Plus 104. So give me Phillies plus 104 against Tampa Bay. White Sox, Blue Jays, Dylan Cease, Jose Barrios. Blue Jays minus 130, White Sox plus 110, over under 8.5. Overs minus 120, unders minus 102. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 188. Toronto minus 1.5 is plus 155. I'm going with the White Sox as the dog. I think that they need this one. Home field advantage in the American League playoffs is still on the line. The leader in the clubhouse for that right now is the Tampa Bay Rays, who are all of a sudden now in a division race with the Yankees after many people thought the division was over. Well, it was with the Red Sox. Now it's with the Yankees. But I'm going to go with the White Sox plus 110 as a dog. Plus, the White Sox have always owned Jose Barrios back when he was on the Minnesota Twins. Speaking of the Twins, they're at Fenway tonight against the Red Sox. Griffin Jax and Tanner Houck. Red Sox minus 220, Twins plus 184, over under 10.5. Overs minus 106, unders minus 114. Twins plus 1.5 is even money. Red Sox minus 1.5 is minus 120. I'm going over 10.5 minus 106. Giants Mets from Citi Field, Sammy Long and Tyler McGill. Mets minus 110, Giants minus 106, over under 8.5. Overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Giants minus 1.5 is plus 160. Mets plus 1.5 is minus 194. Tyler McGill's been pretty good. The Mets are actually slight favorites on the money line tonight. This reminds me of Yankees Braves last night in a way, except that the team that was favored on the run line when I did the show won, but they were favored on the money line when the game went off. So the Giants might close as a favorite here, but I'm taking the Mets minus 110 because I think that Sammy Long is a little bit of an unknown. And we know more about Tyler McGill. Rangers Indians, Taylor Hearn and Eli Morgan. Indians minus 168, Rangers plus 142, over under 9, overs minus 122, unders even money. Texas plus 1.5 is minus 144, Indians minus 1.5 is plus 120. Eli Morgan is not good. I'm taking Texas as a road dog, plus 142 at Cleveland. Nats Marlins, Eric Feed and Jesus Luzardo. Marlins minus 120, Nats plus 102, over under 8.5, minus 110 each way. Nats minus 1.5 is plus 160. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 194. So Nats favored on the run line, Marlins favored on the money line, but the play here is over. Both these pitchers have been terrible. So I'm going over 8.5, minus 110. 720, Yanks Braves. Andrew Heaney and Charlie Morton. Braves minus 142, Yankees plus 120, over under 9.5, overs minus 104, unders minus 118. Yanks plus 1.5 is minus 162. Braves minus 1.5 is plus 134. I'm going over 9.5 minus 104. It's crazy to think that a team on a 10-game winning streak is a dog, but here we are. But they should be a dog here. Charlie Morton's better than Andrew Heaney, although Andrew Heaney really went out there and performed against the Red Sox the other day. But I'm going to go over 9.5 minus 104. I think there's going to be a lot of runs here. Yankees know Charlie Morton from his Rays days. So, over 9.5 minus 104. 7:45, Tigers Cardinals. Casey Mize and Jack Flaherty. Great pitching matchup. Cardinals minus 245, Tigers 2-1, over under 7.5. Overs minus 120, unders plus 102. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 104. Cards minus 1.5 is minus 115. I think Casey Mize is going to be a huge star in Major League Baseball. But Jack Flaherty is a big star right now, and he's better than Casey Mize right now, so I can't take 2-1 on the Tigers. I just can't. But Instead, I'm going to take the run line plus 1.5 at minus 104. I think this is a close game. Maybe the Tigers win outright, but maybe the Cardinals win by 1. 8 o'clock, the Rockies and the Cubs from Wrigley. German Marquez and Justin Steele. Rockies minus 134, Cubs plus 114, over under 9. Overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Rockies minus 1.5 is plus 126, Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 152. I'm going with the Cubs to win their second in a row. The Rockies are just the worst team in baseball on the road, so give me the... whenever the Rockies are just favored on the road, you bet against them. The Rockies are the worst road team in the league. And one of the best home teams in the league. So give me the Cubs plus 114 against Colorado. Reds Brewers. Tyler Mahle and Corbin Burnes. Fabulous pitching matchup. Brewers minus 220, Reds plus 184. Over under 7.5, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 126. Brewers minus 1.5 is plus 105. Corbin Burnes has just been a little bit better than Tyler Mahle this year. If not marginally better, but I want to say by far better because Mahle's put up some good stats as well. His ERA's just imploded. But for the play of the podcast, I don't think you'll get Tyler Mahle at this price anymore this year. Give me the Reds. Road dog. They need this game to stay in that wild card race in the NL. So give me the Reds as a dog. Royals Astros. Brady Singer, Luis Garcia. Astros minus 250. Royals plus 205. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 104. Astros minus 1.5 is minus 115. Brady Singer has not lived up to expectations. Luis Garcia, meanwhile, has exceeded expectations. I'm going to go over 8.5, minus 114. I think the Astros offense will bounce back against Brady Singer. And maybe the Royals put up a couple runs too. So I'm going over 8.5 at minus 114. And the last game, 10 o'clock ESPN, the Dodgers at the Padres. Great game. If Julio Urias, we know, is going for San Diego. Line's not out yet. But I might consider the Padres if they are at the right price. If not, then if the total is anything less than 9, I will take the over because I think that both offenses will perform here. All right, now I'm going to go over last night's NFL preseason game that was played as the Saints defeated the Jaguars by a score of 23-21. I think the final score is deceiving because the Jaguars scored a lot of points in garbage time. Getting the start for the Saints tonight, or last night, was Jameis Winston. 9 of 10, 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was great. Taysom Hill, 11 of 20, 138 yards and a touchdown. Then Trevor Siemian, 4 of 8, 59 yards. Trevor Lawrence, 14 of 23, 113 yards. Gardner Minshew, 13 of 21, 149 yards and a pick. And C.J. Beathard, 9 of 14, 121 yards. So, preseason week number 3 will begin on Friday. And it is the last weekend of the preseason. So, there's going to be games that are going to be on national TV, which is good. And a lot of games on NFL Network as well. So we'll get into week 3 of the preseason on Friday's podcast. All right, now I'm going to go over the results from yesterday's Little League World Series games. And I will look ahead to the games from today. Taylor, Michigan over Abilene, Texas, 6-5. Sioux Falls, South Dakota over Lake Oswego, Oregon, 3-0. Hamilton, Ohio over Lafayette, Louisiana, 8-2. And Hastings, Nebraska over Samish, Washington, 3-2. And I thought that said New England. That's my bad. I thought I wasn't really sure that about Nebraska's abbreviation. But NE does make sense. But I think NE, I think in New England. All right, today's games, there's 2 games, elimination games. The first one's between Abilene, Texas, and Toms River, New Jersey. Both these teams are very talented and have shown a lot of resiliency and hard work. This is going to upset a lot of fans of the Madison Miller podcast, but I'm taking Abilene, Texas to eliminate Toms River, New Jersey. I think Abilene's just been a little bit better. Toms River had to rally to win their last game. Abilene really kicked butt on Friday. And I think that the rain out the other day, I thought it was going to help them, but it didn't matter. They lost, and now they're facing elimination. But I really think that Abilene's going to beat Toms River, and they will survive and advance. And then 7:30 on ESPN, you have Hooksett, New Hampshire, and Lake Oswego, Oregon, in an elimination game as well. Lake Oswego, I think, is the more talented team. I didn't love that New Hampshire got creamed by California. So I'm going to take the team out of Lake Oswego, Oregon, to survive and advance. And we'll see how this goes. It would not shock me either way who wins. But I'm going to say that Abilene, Texas defeats Toms River, New Jersey, and Lake Oswego, Oregon defeats Hooksett, New Hampshire. All right, WNBA back tonight after a Monday off. They've been off on Mondays a lot throughout the season. 4 games tonight. Commissioner's Cup's over. Seattle won that. 7 o'clock on ESPN2, you have the Storm and the Lynx. Great game. The Lynx are starting the round in the Forum here. Seattle, to me, has to be the favorite to repeat. All due respect to the Vegas Aces. I'm going to say the Lynx pick off Seattle. I like them at home. Fans are going to be into it. So give me the Lynx at home to win a big game. 7 o'clock, you have the Sky and the Dream. Chicago, right now, in 6th of the East. Atlanta, 4 games back of the Sparks for the last playoff spot. They're just playing out the string right now, Atlanta. Just give me the Sky on the road to get back to 500 on the year. The Aces and the Sun. This is a kick-ass matchup. Best 2 records in the league. Talent galore each side. But I like Vegas on the road. I think they're more talented. They have the better coach in Bill Laimbeer. Aja Wilson, Chelsea Gray leading the way. And Liz Cambridge. So give me Vegas on the road at Connecticut, and I'd lay the 2.5. The Sparks and the Mystics, huge game for both teams. The Mystics are a game and a half back of the Sparks for the last playoff spot in the league, and then the Sparks and the Liberty are actually tied, and Washington's a game and a half back of both. I'm gonna say that Washington wins. Elena Della Don's back. I think it's time for them to go on a run. So give me the Mystics at home, and I would lay the 3 points against the Sparks. And I don't see any lines for Storm Lynx or Sky Dream, unfortunately. All right, now I'm going to do my NFL offensive tackle rankings for the 2021 season. 24 tackles made the list. Every team's projected starting right and left tackles for the season. There are some players coming back from injury that are on this list that would normally be ranked higher, but they're ranked a little bit lower. To do that, so I'm giving you guys a heads up right now. So without further ado, here is my 2021 preseason offensive tackle rankings list. All right, 64, Willie Beavers, Falcons. 63, LaChavia Simmons, Bears. 62, Chukwuma Okorafor, Steelers. 61, Calvin Anderson, Broncos. 60, Cam Irving, Panthers. 59, Ty Sambrailo, Titans. 58, Samuel Cosmi, the football team. 57, Zach Benner, Steelers. 56, Rashad Hill, Vikings. 55, Titus Howard, Texans. 54, Cam Robinson, Jaguars. 53, Jawan Taylor, Jaguars. 52, Jesse Davis, Dolphins. 51, Lucas Niang, Chiefs. 50, Matt Pert, Giants. 49, George Fant, Jets. 48, Austin Jackson, Dolphins. 47, Colton Miller, Raiders. 46, Brandon Shell, Seahawks. 45, Alex Leatherwood, Raiders. 44, Rashawn Slater, Chargers. 43, Andre Dillard, Eagles. 42, Andrew Thomas, Giants. 41, Kelvin Beachum, Cardinals. 40, Billy Turner, Packers. 39, Riley Reef, Bengals. 38, Jedrick Wills Jr., Browns. 37, Mekhi Becton, Jets. 36, Jonah Williams, Bengals. 35, Donovan Smith, Buccaneers. 34, Brian O'Neill, Vikings. 33, Jake Matthews, Falcons. 32, Charles Lano Jr., football team. 31, La'el Collins, Cowboys. 30, Darrell Williams, Bills. 29, Penny Sewell, Lions. 28, Trent Brown, Patriots. 27, Alejandro Villanueva, Ravens. 26, Brian Bulaga, Chargers. 25, Mike McGlinchey, 49ers. 24, Laramie Tunsil, Texans. 23, Eric Fisher, Colts. 22, Jason Peters, Bears. 21, DJ Humphries, Cardinals. 20, Rob Havenstein, Rams. 19, Tyron Smith, Cowboys. 18, Tristan Wirfs, Buccaneers. 17, Isaiah Wynn, Patriots. 16, Deion Dawkins, Bills. 15, Garrett Bowles, Broncos. 14, Taylor Moton, Panthers. 13, Braden Smith, Colts. 12, Taylor Decker, Lions. 11, Teron Armstead, Saints. That's 11, never mind. 10, Lane Johnson, Eagles. 9, Taylor Lewan, Titans. 8, Jack Conklin, Browns. 7, Ronnie Stanley, Ravens. 6, Orlando Brown, Chiefs. 5, Ryan Ramczyk, Saints. 4, Dwayne Brown, Seahawks. 3, Andrew Whitworth, Rams. 2, David Bakhtiari, Packers. And number 1, Trent Williams, San Francisco 49ers. I think that the top 10 is just about correct. All these guys are really the backbones at left tackle or right tackle, respectively, for their respective teams. Although guys listed from 11 to 14 are really awesome as well. Even guys down to 28 on the list. And then 29 is Sewell, the rookie, who I think is just going to be amazing for the trait and really helping Jared Goff in his little, what I like to call, audition, because I think he's going to be on another team next year, which I'm surprised that the Lions didn't already trade him. All right, news and notes for today. Not a big list for today. The big story today is that the ACC, the Big Ten, and the Pac-12 Alliance will be announced at 2 o'clock p.m. today and expected to emphasize common values. So we'll see what those quote-unquote common values are. And I think this is something very interesting, and obviously something that is like a wake-up call in a way after it was announced that Texas and Oklahoma were moving to the SEC within the next couple of years. Andrew Cuomo has officially resigned as New York governor, and Kathy Hochul was sworn in this morning as they had a ceremony. She is New York's first female governor. We'll see how she does and whether she gets reelected next year or not. And we'll just see what she implements when she starts today. And obviously this is something that we will continue to monitor if she's going to run and who her opponent could potentially be, and then all that stuff's interesting for the show, and then what protocols or mandates she has in store. The Patriots are frustrated with Cam Newton as his COVID-19 protocol misunderstanding, quote-unquote, might have opened the window for Mac Jones in the quarterback competition. So that's crazy that it took a misunderstanding with Cam Newton for Mac Jones to potentially have a shot. So that's something to keep an eye on. Carson Wentz optimistic about week 1. He says, I've played through a lot worse. The Cardinals activate J.J. Watt from the PUP list after he tweaked his hamstring, so that's good. Rams running back Darrell Henderson sprains his thumb, but expected to be ready for the regular season opener. Travis Etienne, the rookie running back from the Jaguars, has a mid-foot sprain as he is out indefinitely after suffering a foot injury against the Saints. Vikings defensive end Everson Griffin plans to apologize to Kirk Cousins for tweets he sent in January. So hopefully there's no turmoil between those guys throughout the season as the Vikings are looking to bounce back from a disappointing year last year. Something fun, a $1 bet cashes over $5,000. A ridiculous 15-leg NFL preseason parlay with $1. I'm going to try to find what exactly the parlay was, because you know how big I am in the gambling and my best bet and all. I'm trying to find NFL preseason. If I can't find it on Google, then it's got to be on Twitter. Let's see. But it's just insane. I found it. It's on DraftKings. Looks like the Patriots were in there. And a bunch of other things were in there as well. Which is just the flat out insane. Here's the Patriots, Chiefs money line, Bills money line, Jets money line, Ravens money line, Steelers money line, Dolphins -3, Titans money line, Colts money line, Texans money line, Broncos money line, Raiders money line, Chiefs money line, Bills money line, Jets money line, Ravens money line, Steelers, yeah. But it's just crazy. With all these money lines went up. $1 to just over $5,200, which is just insane. DeAndre Hopkins says he's the best wide receiver in the NFL, and he let everybody know in this TikTok video. The Rangers paid tribute to Rod Gilbert, and it was just a very, very touching video in honor of Mr. Ranger. If you didn't check it out, go check it out on the Rangers Twitter page. The Celtics extend Josh Richardson, worth $24 million over the next 2 seasons. 1-year extension, $24 million over 2 years. So I guess there was like an opt-out after the 1 year. Daniel Jones to play in the first half of the Giants' preseason finale against the Patriots. So that is good news. We have not seen Daniel Jones yet in the preseason. I think that the Giants should play him because he's somebody that is just under immense pressure in the 2021 season coming up. A wild stat for the Yankees-Braves game from last night. It was the first time 2 teams with 9-game win streaks had matched up since 1901. That's just insane. And now we have a team on a 10-game win streak in the Yankees, which we talked about in the baseball segment. And last but not least, the news and notes today, something very unfortunate that we have to touch on. Former NHL player Jimmy Hayes passes away at the age of 31. Played for the Bruins, played for the New Jersey Devils. It's just unfortunate for Jimmy Hayes. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his former teammates and friends. But there has been no official word on the cause of death. So we'll see when that comes out, and we'll obviously discuss it on the podcast. But no cause of death yet. But either way, it's just very, very sad. Thoughts and prayers go out to VZ's family, his friends, and his former teammates. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I'm going to go with the over 8.5 in the Nationals-Marlins game. I'm going to lay a half unit on it. I don't get why it's 8.5. That is so low. Jesus Luzardo has been terrible this year. And so has Eric Feed. So I'm laying a half unit on over 8.5, -110 between the Nats and the Marlins. All right, so there you have it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything going on today, looking ahead to everything tomorrow. We will preview and predict the next golf tournament as well, and I'll have NFL guard rankings on tomorrow's show. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.